Welcome back to my channel. This is Crochet for Absolute Beginners, and the last video we did single crochet. So this time we're going to do a half double crochet. I'm kind of working up from the smallest stitch to the largest stitch, and these are just the basic stitches. So I'm using loops and threads, soft classic yarn. It's a size 4. Medium weight yarn, so worsted weight yarn, and a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And let's get started. So the last time, if you didn't watch the last one, go ahead and watch the first video where we start out for basic beginners on how to do the chain and how to do a single crochet. Like I said, these are going to build up into being able to do a lot of different crochet, pretty much any different crochet pattern that you want to learn. But we're going to go ahead and chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm going to chain 20 for this project. For this little swatch I'm going to do. So I've made a chain of 20. Now I'm going to do half double crochets. So I'm going to chain one more. No, I'm going to chain, one more. And then, because that's going to be this is going to count as your first half double crochet. So you're going to yarn over. You're going to go right into that. So here's the loop on your hook. There's the extra chain we just made, and here's that one that counts in your 20. So you're going to yarn over. This is the difference in a double crochet, in a single crochet and a half double crochet, is this yarn over before you even touch that chain. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go through the chain, yarn over and pull through that chain, and you'll have 3 on your hook. So that's different than the single crochet. The single crochet only has 2 on the hook. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3, and that is a half double crochet. So it's not that different. There's just one added step, which is a yarn over, go through that next chain, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 3. One more time. Yarn over, go through your chain, yarn over, pull it through that chain, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Makes a little bit chunkier of a stitch. It has a little bit more, I still haven't figured out that word. Drape. That's the word. Drape is the word. A little more drape to it, which means your project, if you keep going with this, is going to be a little looser, a little softer. It's going to flow a little bit more. So I'm going to yarn over, go through my chain, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Again, give yourself a lot of grace when it comes to learning this. I might make it look easy because I've been doing it for so long, and it is easy once you get a hang of it, but don't give up, because it's not something that doesn't require practice. It requires some practice, and it requires learning how to control your yarn tension. Like I said, I wrap the yarn twice around my index finger, and that's how I hold the tension. If you just let it drape like this and just try to work with it, like, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle with it getting in your way. You're going to struggle with it getting too close. So you've got to create some distance between your yarn and where you're working. So like I said, I take my index finger, wrap it around twice, and that's how I keep, and the rest of the yarn's like in my hand. So that's how I keep my tension right. I don't make my base chain very, very tight, especially when you're first starting out, because you want your hook to go in and out easily, and you don't want to have to struggle. So yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. I'm going to keep going and I'll show you how to end it and do the turn and start your next row. So keep working through this. And I'm wondering if you guys had any questions about the first video. And like I said, if you haven't watched the first video, go back and watch that. And I go into making the chain in depth. I go into making a single crochet, which is used in most amigurumis, which is the stuffed animals. And this one I like for blankets because it's quick to work up. It works, it makes it a little bit, it works up faster because it's a longer stitch. So if you're looking to make something that's 12 inches long, it's going to make it a little bit faster than the single crochet. So, and it just has a little bit more drape, which means it's a little bit more loosey-goosey and flowy. So I have two chains left. Yarn over, go through that second to last one, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then the last one, you're going to yarn over, go through the chain, yarn over and pull through all 3. And then, like I said, to get my edges straight, I still do not chain 1 and turn. I just turn my work. I'm going to work right into this. This is what's different about a half double crochet than the single, is I go through that loop or through that chain, grab my yarn, pull it through, do a single crochet, and for a half double, I chain 1 more. Okay? And then I'll go ahead and continue across with my half double crochets. And I'm going to show you the difference between what a single crochet swatch looks like compared to this half double crochet, and we'll just kind of compare them all the way through as we go through these videos. And then I'm gonna just finish this row, and I'll probably do a few rows. I'll do 4 rows of each stitch just so we can see the difference when I start comparing them from video to video. But I want to get to the end of this so I can show you again how to end your row and start a new one and make really straight edges. Because it's so important when you're making a project to have your edges really straight, because you're going to want to maybe put a border on it, or you just want it to look nice, neat, and even. And it's been a challenge for me to learn how to do this, and I learned that trick on YouTube. So this is my last chain and my last one here. And don't miss this one. Don't miss this one. You're going to go under the V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. I do not chain 1. Turn my work. Go right into that and do basically a single crochet, and then chain 1 because we need it to be a little taller. We need that stitch to match. So this is what it's starting to look like. It's a very pretty stitch. I think they're all pretty. But it's amazing when you put them together what patterns you can make. So I'm going to do about 4 rows of this half double crochet, and I feel like this works up really nice and quick for a quick project. It's cute for a scarf, or for, again, it's good for washcloths. It's good for almost anything. But the point of learning all the basic stitches is so that you can put them together into patterns, and the patterns start turning out really beautiful. So step by step, we'll get a little more into more difficult patterns. That's why I make this for beginners, so that you can turn these simple stitches into beautiful patterns and projects. And I hope this helps you learn to love it. Again, give yourself lots of patience. And I'm at the end here of my last stitch, and see it's kind of tight, it's kind of little, but I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go through this one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all three. I'm going to turn my work, go through that first stitch, yarn over and pull through, do the equivalent of a single crochet right there, and then chain one, and then go right into that next chain, double crochet across, half double crochet all the way across. I can't remember how many rows I've done. And I don't think I would say that what I would say was the most difficult part of this stitch, and I don't really find anything difficult. You get into I get into like a mantra of yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull through three, yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull through three. And this is why I think it's so relaxing, is because it's just a thing. My dog is going to bark because my grandkids are home. I hear the bus. So I'm sorry if Murphy disrupts this, but he might not. He's actually being pretty good. So you would think this would be the last chain, but it's not. Yarn over. Now you have this one hanging out here. Yarn over and go through that one. It's going to be a little bit tight, but you want to wiggle that through there. You'll have the loop underneath. You'll only have the two on top, these two, the 1V on top, okay? Yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through three, and turn. And again, we're getting a nice straight edge on both sides. I have one more row to do to compare it to the double crochet, to the single crochet. And then you can see the difference in the size, or the gauge, I guess you could call it. Some people call it that. That a half double crochet makes compared to a single crochet. So keep working along with me. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. If you think I'm moving too fast, please let me know so I can slow it down next time for a better experience for you, because that's the most important thing to me, is that you're learning this. And I'm going to show you something really quick before we move on that's magical about, one of my favorite parts about crochet is if you make a mistake, let's say I skipped a stitch or I did something like that, all you do is you pull this is called frogging. I don't know why it's called frogging, but you pull it and it just pulls those stitches right back out. So you can start from where you missed a stitch or goofed up or something like that, and it's a do-over. So there's room for error and to fix it without completely ruining a project. You do want to make sure that you keep count of your stitches each row so that you don't I can't tell you how many projects I've done and I've looked back 4 rows back I missed a stitch, or 4 rows back I'm getting short, or I noticed that my project is getting smaller as I go along, and it's because I missed 1 stitch somewhere. So, and I wasn't counting, I got a little too confident and stopped counting my stitches. Don't forget this last stitch. It's so important. Even though it's tiny and it doesn't really look like the rest of them, it's there, so make sure you find it. Okay, so that's 4 rows of half double crochet. To finish it, I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and then I'm going to clip my yarn I give it quite a long tail. That's just me. You don't want to make it too short because you got to tuck it in. So I make it about that long and pull it through and then pull it tight, and it's nice and secure. So here's the half double crochet swatch. Again, nice straight edges. And this is the difference with this single crochet. Same yarn, same, this is the same yarn and the same size hook and everything, but this is the difference in the size that it turns out. So just so you know, and it keeps wanting to curl up, but that's the difference in how it looks. It's the difference in the size. You can see that this one has, it kind of bends, but this one has, it's floppier, if that makes sense. So it has a little more drape, and that's what I was talking about, drape. So that's the difference between a single crochet and a half double crochet. And the next video, we're going to do a double crochet, and I hope that you'll come back and learn the double crochet with me. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps. Subscribing really helps. Hit that notification bell so you know when I come back with a new stitch and a new lesson. And I really hope you're enjoying these. Please let me know in the comments what you're working on, what you want to work on, what you liked about this video, or what maybe I can do different to help you out. Make learning to crochet easier. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time when we do a double crochet.